Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish, and we are back with one of the few remaining episodes of Titan Quest. Yeah, we are almost to the end. As I told you before, the Titan Quest Atlantis expansion is a bit shorter than the other content, so there's not a whole lot of this game left. I hope that means y'all have been thinking about what you would like for me to play next. So, let's start out right where we left off last time, into the portal. We're going to check out the garden on the other side, where the Hesperides apples supposedly are. Let's get the gold. Ooh. This part is so pretty. I really love the way the garden looks. And then, of course, immediately, golden mosquitoes. Giant basilisks. I think one of you said to me last time that they looked a little bit, like reminiscent of kind of an Aztec look. Mesoamerican. I thought, yeah, with that headdress and stuff, they kind of do. Also, you may notice over here, check it out, you can actually see the giant yellow, like, globes there on the mini-map just because they're so large. Whoop. Ah. Y'all must hate to come in here and, like, you know, ransack the place, but we gotta. Ironically, basilisks not immune to petrify. Look down there, though. These big, beautiful trees. Makes you think almost of, Yggdrasil. There are the Hesperides themselves. Magical plants. They're sort of like dryad type characters. Or if you're... I know I keep bringing this up. I don't know why. Curse you, Todd Howard. It just keeps happening. It's everywhere. You can't get rid of it. But I keep bringing up Skyrim for comparison. And they remind me a lot more of the Spriggans from Skyrim than they do pretty much anything else. I really love the monster designs in Atlantis, though. Of course, some of these things, like the giant snakes, are, you know, models that they've reused from other content, but that's fine. The original monsters, like the basilisks, I'm really a fan of. Also, I love the Hesperides, like, arisal animations, where they just sort of gracefully backflip or pirouette out of the ground. You can see, too, they have the defense mastery, I do believe, because one of them just used Colossus form and got really huge. They may have a different version of it, but that stuff's already in the game. It's already calculated, so I think it's kind of cool that, broadly speaking, you kind of know what to expect from enemies because a lot of them just have the same abilities that you've got access to via the masteries. After all, they're not popping up and giving you a label on, you know, like what ability they're using, so you don't know if it's Colossus form or if they just got huge. So no harm done. Quit bugging me. Those basilisks look like Muppets. More pristine plumage. Ah, this beautiful waterfall scene, too. I just cannot get over the environments in this game. Every time I come back to them, they're lovely. There we go. I just wanted to grab that. Free cash. Oh, oh. Do you see what I see? Nice. An experience shrine. We may yet level up again before we get done with this. I think we will. I would love to hit level 50 before we complete this difficulty level. That would be a great note to end on. I don't know that it's going to happen. Because we're level 47 now, and we've got a ways to go before 48. And there's just not that much content left. So, I hate it, but chances are probably not. Anything else? Okay, that's the way we're supposed to go, so obviously we're going to head back this direction. Oop. Yeah, you see how she kind of raised her staff and then got huge. Colossus form. If any of you have been trying the defense mastery, then you might have experienced Colossus form by now, and it is a blast. One of my favorite defense powers. Oh. Cash. And these things are so neat. The bulb on their head and stuff kind of reminds me of the Earth Elemental from Hellboy 2. Which, you know, they were so successful in that scene, I felt really bad about it. It did what I assumed they meant for it to do, which is, you know, make you feel sad. I like these chest designs, too. Like woven from living wood. It's really cool. I'm telling you, for real, like, these little details, take note if you're running a tabletop RPG. If you need ways to describe things. Because they certainly have a lot of varied treasure chests and other obstacles and experiences here in Titan Quest for you to grab. Some really cool looking weapons, interesting monsters. Okay, that's it for that area. Now we can go on. There are a lot of places over here like this, or like right over here, that look as though, to me, that you should be able to get to them, but you can't. It just is what it is. Unfortunate. Don't need any of that. Boop. It's too bad we don't have any bonuses against plants. All of our bonuses are against demons. There aren't really any demons here. We could swap some relics and things around, but, I mean, we're doing pretty well. I don't think that there is a, like a really strong need to optimize for this part, because, of course, we are over-leveled for this content. So, you'll notice that these monsters are all like level 35. So we're still 12 levels higher than they are. I love their plant armor and weaponry. If you want to go with that aesthetic, like if you're doing a druid or something, you've got the nature mastery, they drop some really cool looking stuff here. Haha. You thought. Cash, cash. Here a cash, there a cash, everywhere a cash, cash. More membrane wings. Nice. These giant glowing mosquitoes are honestly just unacceptable. I don't think bugs should be that size. You can see our objective over there on the mini-map. We're almost there. And look here. It's Ladon. The dragon that guards the Hesperides. Come on, turn. There we go. He's got a slam attack that I don't like. But that's alright because we have summons. And we have maxed out. Come on. Onslaught. Alright, anytime you want to come down. I hate where he's got like a flying phase. There we go. You just really can't do much to him unless you have ranged attacks. Okay. He's quick is his big problem here. Those ads are nasty as well because they don't really do much individually, but they add up and they distract you. We got him though. There we go. Boom. I'll take that. And we have a mystical orb. Orb. Anything good? Essence of the children of Okeanos. Let's see. Where is that gonna be? Right, here we go. So, Okeanos is the primordial neutral titan representing all water and father of over 3,000 Okeanides. So it enchants torso armor or shields, and it inflicts slow movement retaliation for 3 seconds and adds energy. Pretty good, actually. It's kind of a neat ability, because slow retaliation... I mean, I've said before that slow is one of the nastier side effects, so, or status effects. Okay, well, good fight laid on, I guess. That's the dragon where, you know, like, one head's always awake and the other one's napping, if I remember my myth correctly. Well, both of them are taking a dirt nap now. Okay. Well, let's head back to Gadir once again. We've got to tell Marinos that we found the apple. Oh yeah, it has a description and stuff. I should show it to you. I snapped it up off the ground, but I didn't actually showcase it. The garden is sadly pretty short content because they intend for you to just kind of, like, blaze on back and head along towards Atlantis, but... So... Here is the apple. It appears in the form of an almost golden sphere, but inside you can faintly hear an ocean storm raging. Neat. And you can also see that it's like, it's one of those glowing golden globules that's surrounded by the little spirally branches. So why we didn't pick one of the many other golden apples that we passed off a branch as we went by, like towards the beginning of the garden, I can't tell you. Why we had to fight Ladon at the end to get that specific apple, who knows. Anyway, let's hear what Marinos has to say about it.
Oh, you scared me. I thought you were a goner for sure. Not yet, maybe. So, what were they like? The Hesperides. Beautiful beyond mortal comprehension, no doubt. Hey, wait. Don't tell me. I see you've brought something. Oh, you actually found it, did you? It looks so... ordinary and not quite golden. I don't think that is an apple. Well, hero, I guess this is it. Never thought the day would come, but according to the texts, we have all that we need. Are you ready to go to Atlantis? I know I'm not. Gadir is treating me well. But forget about that. Let us set sail and go forth boldly. No time like the present.
Sure. Alright. It's time, y'all. So... There we go. We have done all of these quests. Whoop, except for this one. How did we miss that? Huh. Who lives further up in the mountains? We still... The black steel ingot. That's the meat of poetry. Clockwork contraptions, suggestive sculpture. We have a bunch of that stuff. We'll come back to that. Do we even still have the... Huh. Well... I don't really know how we missed that. But I mean, we gotta go turn that letter in. Okay, let's see here. That is unfortunate. See, here she is. I knew we talked to her. She's the one who just doesn't say anything. Right. Okay, so looking back real quick, because this is a long trip. Right here is where he is. It's not far from where they kind of deposit us on the beach. So let me start at that end and we'll go talk to him again, because I don't see the letter in our inventory, which might be why she's not saying anything to us. But we did talk to her. I knew we had, and I mentioned that at the end of the last video. It's like, she's not saying anything, you know, we'll have to come back to that, but I'm not sure why. As far as I recall, you don't have to talk to the quest giver like twice in order to get the letter from him. He should have just given it to us. Okay, we're not here to fight. We'll clear the way as much as we need to get over there, and then... Some of this stuff is going to aggro on us regardless of what we do, because they come in linked groups. Oh, thank you for the plumage. This shouldn't take but a moment, because he's literally right over here.
Stranger, spare me a moment. You had to thank you for helping out. Just, please don't go around telling people about this, okay?
There we go. Okay. So I guess, yeah, he hadn't dropped the letter or something, or maybe he did and then we didn't pick it up? I don't know how that happened. That's the only thing I can think of, is that when we spoke to him the first time, he dropped the letter like that, and then I just did not pick it up. In which case, that's my bad. I'll have to go back and look.
Oh, a letter for me? I bet it is from Oka. He always finds some excuse not to come here. But I think he's really just afraid of officially asking for my hand. He should not be. Oh well. Thank you for your assistance.
There we go. Ta-da! Now we're done. See, that didn't take long. Gotta do all the side quests. You gotta. I'm just glad it was an easy fix. Don't know how I missed that letter last time. I thought he just put it in our inventory. Well, anyway, on. Travel to Atlantis? Question mark? Yes. Please. Please, let's go to Atlantis. It's going to be a bit of a trip. Of course, it's not as simple as that, right? So here we go. Let's talk to Marinos first thing. Now look at this, though. I love this. This is probably my favorite design in the game for a rebirth fountain. It is so pretty.
Is it safe? Am I dreaming, or is this really Atlantis? I can't believe it! Oh, we braved the open sea and the whirlpools, yet emerged triumphant. Yes, this must be Atlantis. I can feel it. Why don't you go explore inland and see what you can find? Report back here if you come across anything interesting.
You, go do the work while I have all the adventure and reap the rewards.
You're going inland to explore, I take it. Might I ask you to look around for anything edible? The ship's store of food is running rather low, and I fear we might get into trouble on the return journey, unless we can find some fresh supplies in this strange place.
Fair enough, honestly. That is a realistic concern. And you'll notice here, because of the rain and the weather, things are a little desaturated. Like, these icons over the NPCs' heads are not quite as bright as they usually are.
The captain has instructed me to provide you with anything you need.
Don't act super excited about it or anything, though. A machete of feasting. Unfortunately, I doubt that we're going to find anything in a shop that is better than what we have. Sad to say. Just because, you know, again, we're over-leveled for this. So we'll sell these little bearer's bonds here. Do we have any others? Yeah, we got one or two. I think that should do us. Oh, well, I can sell this. Not bad, not bad. Those we were keeping because they specifically give a bonus to all skills and a mastery. There we go. Okay, I think we're set.
Get underway.
Excuse you. You have neither the authority nor the power to speak to me like that. Also, finally, remember I've mentioned before that the portals don't change very much, and I wish that they had more models. So once or twice, like in Olympus and in the Underworld, we have come across portals that had slightly different models. They do a lot better with that in Ragnarok and in Atlantis, and this is a really great portal design as well. It matches the fountain. And there's the statue, the overgrown statue from the opening screen. Okay, so here we are. Let's get to it and see what we can find. Oh, a giant salamander. Ugh. First things first, right? Ornate chest. It is just a giant seashell. Oh, my Final Fantasy XIV friends will laugh at me. I've come all this way just to find Sastasha again. Potomoy. These are going to be our new enemy here, along with the... there we go. Along with the salamanders. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I try to play as little of it as I can, but... yeah, and unfortunately, one of the few gripes that I have about some of the newer content like Ragnarok and Atlantis is that, like, you do get additional backpacks, right? But there's easily room for 2 more if they just move this button somewhere. And you get those additional 3 backpacks way back in the OG Titan Quest content. So I've had them for a long time on this character, and we're not getting any more. That is just what it is. They did increase, thankfully, the size of your stash. So there is more room in the caravan to store and trade things, but your character can still only carry the same amount, and that is unfortunate. I feel like that would have been a really great reward for some of the work that you put in, especially in Ragnarok. Like 1 inventory increase, 1 backpack slot per expansion, I don't think is too much. There we go. Warhorn doesn't work great on the Claymen, but I need to use it more. Oop. Speaking of inventory Tetris, yeah, I don't need this chakram. Get out of here. So. Yeah, see, what was I just saying? What was I just saying? They even have giant clams as chests. They've got fishmen throwing tridents at you. It's just, I came all this way only to find Sastasha again. And honestly, this is how I die. And then the wolves came. Okay. That's mostly it in this area. An antediluvian Aegis. It's a lot of words to say in a really old shield. Haha. These things, oh gosh. We saw these back in the cave that had the ancient one in it, and I maintain that they are among the worst enemies in the game. Just look at, oh, they're so fleshy and just, bleh. They're kind of like the, oh, I forget what they called them, but the Cthulhu monsters in the Sinking City. Oh, dang it. Keep picking up stuff by accident. There we go. If you've played the Sinking City, you'll know what I'm talking about. They have some really gross monster designs. One of the things that the game did well. Okay. This cave's a dead end, really, so there we go. This being Atlantis, and Atlantis being what it is, we are going to find a lot of tridents. It's a shame because we're dual wielding, but that's alright. Another character maybe can make use of them. I love the bioluminescent flora in this area. Even with the rain and everything, or perhaps because of the rain, like that soft music that's kind of a little, I don't know if mournful is the right word, but you know, it feels a little sad almost. Which is appropriate, because of course, you know, Atlantis is like a fallen kingdom, right? This is a city that lies in ruins. So the soft rain and, you know, that music in the background, and then just the aesthetic on top of that, it's my jam. Oh, giant bugs. I forgot those were in here. I'll do better about a heads up for the YouTube upload. Generally, every other episode, there are giant bugs. People probably know that by now if you're watching along, but still. Go. Now, unlike the Hesperides, these Claymen are in fact demons, and our bonuses do work on them. Goodbye. Oh, they're about to have a bad time. Anything good? Oh, yes! There we go. It's been so long since we got a blue item. We haven't had an epic drop in a while, folks. I was starting to get worried. Usually we get one per episode. So here we go. The Occultists Raiment. Not a set item. Same level of armor as the Darkseer, but gives you 30% bleeding resistance, 37 poison, 35 vitality damage, plus 10% scaling intelligence, which is nice. A hefty bit of energy, plus 45% energy regeneration. And this is unique. In addition to the minus 12% recharge, which is a power we've seen before, this 10 less energy reserved. So that means that whenever you use an ability that having it switched on locks down some of your total energy, you use less, which is honestly pretty great. Now, sadly, because of the total armor bonus, that the same reason that we still have the Dark Seer on after all this time, we're going to keep wearing it because the Occultists Raiment is very unfortunately not an upgrade. I like those resistances and things, but it just, even without the skill bonuses that the Dark Seer provides, yeah, that the armor is just so much better. Because, of course, that adds to all of our armor. So, until we get something that just has a really nice, fat armor bonus, it's going to stay with us. And I don't know if that's going to happen before the end of the game now, just because epic drops have been coming so few and far between. We'll see. We might get lucky and find something, but if we don't, it's alright because the Dark Seer armor has already carried us all the way through Ragnarok, and of course, that is currently the hardest part of the game. Atlantis is lower level content, so, like, if we manage to make it through Ragnarok, we're not going to have a problem with any of Atlantis. As you've seen, you know, we've already demonstrated that. The most difficult thing that's happened so far is when I fought Ledon just now, probably, is the biggest challenge we've had, I think. Back in the garden. Yeah, we're at a point with these guys right now that I can literally do things like just kind of, like when I did a moment ago, or I guess it was last episode, maybe, where I just, like, stopped and zoomed in so you guys could see the design of one of the creatures while it was actively beating on our character. And, like, yeah, whatevs. No big. She's fine. You good, Nightmare? He's good. Okay. You know what else this area kind of reminds me of? And there's that desaturation again. You can see how much duller the yellow glow of our onslaught stacks are. But you know what else this reminds me of is this area, the way that there are a lot of deep pools connected by bridges of land, reminds me of the swamp kind of towards the beginning of Neverwinter Nights 2. When you have to go in to retrieve the silver shard. I haven't seen Hydrodons in a while. Go. This will loop back around over this way, so we won't miss that cave, don't worry. Just filling in all of the map here. The broken columns and stuff, you can see, like, someone lived on this island at some point. Surely it is the Atlanteans. There we go, that takes care of that area. And you can see, that's where we're supposed to go next, which means obviously we're going to go this way. Oh, more snake people. Out of nowhere. Check it out. There's a whole hidden temple up here. Goldfang body plates. Let's duck in here and we'll show you what's inside this ruined old temple. I still think that, like, the way that these tents look, feels like they're using their cast-off shed skin to make those, which is disgusting but brilliant. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, did you see that? Oh, folks. We just got another drop, and look at this. The Lazarus plate mail, and you know we've already got the Lazarus helm and the Lazarus bracers. That means we've got the whole set except for the plate greaves, and I would love if that would drop. I would love that because we've not found a whole set of anything the entire time that we've been playing, and I would love before the game is over to find just one. 96 armor, 11% elemental resistance, 10% chance of lightning retaliation, 120 health, 25% energy regen, and plus 30 defensive ability. It's not bad. For level 21, it's very good. Is it better than the Darkseer? Probably not. Even with the bonus from the other 3 pieces, because part of the problem there is that, like, we've already switched to other helmets and bracers as well. We've graduated away from every individual piece. So, you know. Game, stop lagging. You're acting like I don't have 8 cores or something. It's embarrassing. Pull yourself together. Oop. And that's it. So, we get to enjoy the architecture. We get to check out these statues and things. But yeah, the chest at the end is just trapped and has nothing in it. It's empty. So we just came in here basically to be abused by snake men. No problem, though. It definitely was not a wasted trip because we got the Lazarus plate mail. I am not upset. That was worth it all by itself. Here we go. The Atlantis wilderness, and you can see, too, check it out. There we go, that desaturation filter is off. Ooh, mudmen. More mudmen. Get out of here. Get out of my face. Leave us alone. Look here, without these torches, it would be so easy to miss this place. Dune stalkers for some reason. I don't know why, because we are in a jungle environment. Did you catch the little crablins on the outside, though, those tiny beastmen? If we find another one, I will zoom in so you can see them, because they are hysterical. Ooh. Gauntlets of Prowess. Cool. Another dead end, just a small diversion, but that's cool. Treasure's treasure. And I like that the world is so full of that kind of stuff, too. Like, that's great to me. Aw. There's a toucan. And those leaves in the foreground make for a thrilling view of combat. Okay, this just loops around. Nya. These guys are nothing. You see how quickly they go down, you know. The giant salamanders are honestly more of a threat because they spit poison. And like a dot is always going to be more of a threat. We know that. Thank you, Distort Reality. Man. I tell you what, this game has been a ride. I'm glad that y'all have been along for it. And I know we've got a couple of episodes left, but we only have a couple episodes left. And so I am, you know, kind of, I'm getting at that point where I've found, having completed enough series now, kind of how I react to a game being over. And it's always very bittersweet because I'm glad to have played it. I'm glad to have experienced it with y'all. But at the same time, once it's over, it's over. So, you know, I will definitely come back to Titan Quest if, as I hope, they continue to release more content, because I want to show that it is a living game. That is important to me, that, you know, that content is out there. They keep rolling it out, and if it continues to do well, if it continues to sell well, then they will make more of it. They've shown us that because they have already done it. So I do encourage you, if you don't own the game, to pick it up. And if you're watching on YouTube, there is a link under the video description where you can find Titan Quest for yourself. If you have enjoyed watching me play it, then you will enjoy playing it for yourself at least as much, if not more so, I'm sure. And keep in mind that there is a great multiplayer component to this too. It is just like Diablo, where when multiple people join the game, the monsters get stronger. So there's a lot of replay value, a lot of replayability. I definitely encourage you to try it out for yourself and to help keep the game alive. And if they release more content or another expansion pack in the future, I will come back and I will add it to this playlist. But in the meantime, I have to think about what I'm going to do next. So, yeah, if you have any suggestions, be sure to throw them out at me. Either, you know, here in the chat while you're here now, or, you know, tweet at me, hit me up on Facebook, leave it in the YouTube comments, or follow me on Pillow Fort, and you can message me there on my blog. Once again, every time it's just 30 gold and a bunch of lightning. Neither of those is really treasure. Yeah, if you're not following me there on my other social media, absolutely, you know, hop over there and let me know how you feel. And if you've got something you want to see me play, whether that is a specific game or a genre, tell me, and I'll see what I can do about making that happen as we start to wind this series down.
You human, do not slay. The seer is not hostile. You kill Patamoy, you could help us. Earn reward, yes? Find contracts.
He's got a very creepy voice, and I love it. There we go. So, a somewhat friendly, but perhaps a bit unstable serpentoid, Nasir, has asked you to collect contracts of 2 Potamoy leaders, located further inland. Probably means you need to kill them. Yeah, that's the only thing we can do in this game. Just kill something, or kill something and take a thing it has and bring it back, or kill a thing to, you know, unblock a drain, whatever. Death and violence is all this heroine knows. Head back around and connect that bit in the middle that we haven't fully explored yet. Another tortured soul. Nice. Cash, healing potions. Okay, down this way. Oh, there they are. Here's the... Let me see if I can... Oh, that might be too close. Oh, particle effects. It's betrayed by particle effects. Okay, maybe I'll find some more. They're just these weird little guys. Like, I think that they're built on the same model as the, oh, what are they called? The Eurynomus. I think they use the Eurynomus model. Oh, there's some over there. I see them. Let me zoom in first before I wake them up, and then you can kind of see them over here. See, look. Look at their little crab backpacks and their little eye stalks. Look at that. They're almost kind of cute. Ooh, there's a serpentoid just kind of hanging out. I like little stuff like that in the background. Brings the game to life. Thank you for the health potion. Okay. That's all of that area. And this is, yeah, we just came through here, so we need to go up that way. I think, I'm trying to remember if it connects up here and loops all the way around. And I can't actually recall for sure. I want to say that this dead ends. But I'm not like, don't quote me. Yeah, here we go. Weird tree. Weird fruit. Now, it's already kind of a long walk back to complete that quest. So once you have the weird fruit, although a bit icky, this fruit seems to be edible. The fastest way is actually to portal back to Gadir and then take the boat back to the Mud Shoals where you got off in the first place. Which seems a bit silly because, of course, you're trying, like, the idea is you're trying to feed a ship full of men who are, like, already there, but never mind that. It's a mechanical conceit. Ignore it. Ignore me. Okay, here we go. These guys. I love these tents. Check this out. Like, that's a bold look. And it works. Okay. The guys he wants us to kill are, like, not that far off. It won't take too long. There we go. See? Nildis, Otamoy leader. He's going to go down like a sack of potatoes. There we go. He's just a hero monster on the surface of things. And if you didn't get the sound effect, see, you've killed one of them. Because, weirdly, the game chooses not to give you a quest indicator for those. Like, normally, when you have a target monster that you need to kill, a specific named monster, it will show you up here in the auto map with one of those little yellow exclamation point markers. And for whatever reason, they decided not to do that with this quest. And so he looks like he's just a regular hero monster until you kill him, and then you like I said, you hear the sound effect, and they're like, oh, wait a minute. And here's the other guy. Vadas. There we go. Done. Okay, we'll go back and turn that in before we get too far away from Nazir. A clamshell chest. Man. That's an aesthetic. Okay, back around this way. Ah, friend Nazir.
Yes, very nice contracts with our friends I destroy. Here, this is for you.
30,000 experience points. But I love how he says, like, this is for you. Like he's handing the 30,000 experience points to you like they're an item. Huh. It's a little bit metagamey. But also that quest description says, it makes you wonder who his next contract is. Maybe the reason he's, like, insane or whatever is because, He knows he's in a video game. We're starting to see a few more ruins here and there. It's becoming a little more prevalent. You know what that means. We've got to be getting closer. Don't spit poison at me. Stop it. Stop it. I'm nice. I don't want to fight you. You're not even worth XP. I literally can't see my bar move. Weird tree again. Oop. Well, I clicked everywhere but on that salamander. There we go. So this... There we go. Found a weird fruit. Bring it back. Let me go ahead and do that to make sure, because they put the trees in a couple of different places in order to, like, make sure that you can get it, I think. I forgot that I'd already hit a portal there. I gave that whole speech about teleporting back to Gadir and then taking the boat, and I forgot that, like, I passed a portal and even talked about it. I'm so tired, y'all.
By Poseidon, what is this? A fruit? I don't know. It looks icky, but beggars can't be choosers, I reckon. I'll send out some men to look for more. With a little luck, this might be it.
There we go, and another 30,000 experience points and another quest completed. Nice. Very nice. Alright, back to our portal stone. See, they thought of that whole thing that I said and were like, nah, let's put a portal there instead. And everyone was like, that's a good idea, except me. I was the fool. There we go. See, you can only carry one at a time is the problem. And you can already see our next portal up there too, by the way. If you happened to espy that little purple marker. Ooh. Oh, we heard the sound of an arcane formula dropping. Love that. Blood Rage. Do we have that one already? I don't know. Acquires Guan Yu's Grace, a Pang Claw, and Scroll of the Cyclops. Huh. 24 damage, bleeding damage, chance to dodge attacks. That's a pretty solid lesser artifact. I don't know if it's one that we have. It's one that I have put together before, but not for this character. And also, I don't think that it's not better than Death Rattle, unfortunately. Still, it's another new one. It's one that we didn't have. And that's great. What did I pick up that I didn't want to? This thing. Get out of here. Okay. Yeah. It looks kind of like there's a path over there on the map, but there isn't. Alright. Ever upward and onward. Almost to the next portal. Let's go, go, go. The Potamoi, unfortunately, don't stand a chance against us because they count as demons. Like the Mudmen. So, all of our dream powers and relics and bonuses and things stacking up. Ooh! Ooh, another blue item. Another epic item. As Specific Pixel would say, game, you spoil me. Shade Stalkers. Ooh. 96 armor plus 10% armor protection. Oh, no. Oh, no. Cold resistance, lightning resistance, strength, dex, health, and movement speed. Oh, my. So, okay. The armor protection is the same reason that we're still wearing the Dark Seer. So that means that popping these on, you see, might actually make our armor go up. No, not quite. Okay, not quite. But even though its armor says 96, that plus 10% armor protection actually adds quite a bit more. Importantly, though, this is part of the panoply of the Moirai, and we already have another part of this, and I don't remember which one it is. I think it's the breastplate of Morte. I think. I'm not 100% certain, but I know that we have another piece. Ooh. They're wearing all this Atlantean stuff. You'd think they were the Atlanteans, the way that they are covered in their equipment. But of course they're living among the ruins and things. You know, they're scavenging from what was. Another one of those weird trees. And another weird fruit. Ah. Acrocotus, the last Atlantean.
Hello, human. I've been wondering how long it would take until someone finds us here. I am the sole survivor of this once great city of Atlantis. My name long forgotten. Poseidon spared me to bear witness of what has happened here, of how his rage ended our civilization. Many centuries have I existed here in solitude, unable to escape. I was once chief artificer of this place. Many a wonderful thing have I built, too wonderful. We challenged the god of the seas with ships built out of metal that could move without his winds. I've seen oceans and lands beyond your known world, where strange cultures grow. Needless to say, our city became rich, but our leaders were corrupted. Our empire became an affront to the gods, and we were finally punished for our greed. And lately it seems more trouble is brewing. Evil miscreants have come to defile the ruins of our once beautiful island. How they found their way, I do not know. But they are here. Have you come to stop them, I wonder?
I quite like his voice acting, actually.
The Tritons, the Serpentoids, the Patamoi. A coalition of evil has claimed our once beautiful city. Their commanders bicker and squabble, yet their might is formidable. Something is uniting them, unseen and in the shadows. Its power emanates from the Temple of Poseidon at the heart of Atlantis, but nobody can get inside. All three of their leaders were there when they created the magical seal. Each leader had a part in it, so all of them may be needed to break it.
Well, you know what that means. We're going to have to go and get some kind of token or body part or something from each of the three leaders and bring them together. Not a spoiler. There we go. And with this, there's only one more portal. Even though it still says we're in the Atlantis wilderness, that is the outer Atlantis portal. Because now, ta-da, check it out. We have finally reached the city of Atlantis. Let me, while I'm thinking about it, oops, I'm going to throw this fruit away. There we go. If we need it, we'll know where to come back and get it, but we shouldn't. They just put it in multiple places so that if you walk past that first one, it's not a big deal to go back and get more. Like I said, it's so that you can solve the quest. But it's already over and done with, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Okay. We'll go over here this way first. Because this kind of dead ends. It's going to be a lot of that. This isn't put together in the same way as like the end of Muspelheim, the Ader Fields and stuff, or the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, but you can already see the way that the platforms and things kind of line up. Is that it's basically a lot of corridors that you have to follow. So, ooh.
Huh. You do not belong here. Nothing here is how it belongs anymore. You know, in my former life, I was a custodian of special artifacts. But the flood scattered them all to who knows where. I could find and catalog those still on the island, but many were lost to the sea. It is an impossible task, but if you happen to find any of them anywhere, it would bring me great satisfaction if you could return them. They would have washed up on the shores, but being how advanced they must seem to primitive civilizations, some artifacts may have ended up in treasure vaults.
The mysterious artifacts. There we go. So, they're all probably swept up on foreign shores, some perhaps even worshipped as sacred objects by primitive civilizations. Huh. Mysterious artifacts, you say, like this black steel ingot? Or this suggestive sculpture? Or this clockwork contraption, perhaps?
You found a second artifact? How nice. You deserve big applause. Do you think you could find one more? Then I could make them into a new set. It is also messy, but I cannot touch anything to bring it back in order. It is the worst punishment.
Well, I think we should have all of them. Three invaluable artifacts. I mean, we have the clockwork contraptions. I'm pretty sure that's all of them. Well, regardless, we will find the other one. Whoop. Okay, this way then. And if she's bugged or something, like, we'll figure it out. This way. Over. Yeah. We've been getting good drops this episode, so I don't want to leave any stone unturned. These little, like... There we go. Little rises and things make it hard to get around sometimes. Difficult to click on things. Also, you'll see like a lot of these stairs and stuff in the background, and it looks once again like places you should be able to go and you just can't. So see, like that is a dead end, and that's pretty much it. Woo! More crablins. Crab people, crab people. They really are, like, weirdly cute. Oh, you can see that's kind of like on Marinos' ship, right? One of those weird engines. Oh, walked right by some crablins. They drop spiny shells, thankfully. At least they do something. There we go. Oop. There. Before we get too far away from it, I'm going to go back over here and go back up these stairs. Because there's a chest up here. Boom. Cash. Better than nothing. You only hear that in an RPG, right? Imagine saying that in the real world. Oh, cash. I guess that's better than nothing. And now look here, the Archaeo Astako. They're like little versions of the ancient one. And check that out, the way that they just come apart. Kaboom. They fly into pieces. It almost makes me think like that they could be constructs or something. Imagine if those were engines of the Atlanteans. Kind of like how in Disney's Atlantis you have the Leviathan, which is actually, you know, a giant machine. You hear distant, creepy laughter. Oh no. What could that be? I don't know if you actually did hear it. I heard it. Hopefully you heard it, and otherwise I would just sound, you know, kind of crazy. I promise it's a game sound effect. And there we go. You might not have seen the enemy that we killed, but it uses the Jinn like model and sound effects. Or not model, but sound effects. Nope, nope, nope. No, 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 no. That was too close. Not paying attention. There we go. When you find the female Tritones, they use the same sound effects as the Jinn.
Your inventory is full.
Oh, that hasn't happened in a while. And so they're the ones doing the creepy laughter, and when you kill them, they do the ah! Just like the Jinn. Okay, there we go. Nightmare, come back out here. Little guy.
Your inventory is full.
Now I know better than that, and so do you. There we go. See, a Tritea's staff. Tritones for male. Tritea for female, I guess. Bold of you to impose your notions of gender on sorcerous sea monsters. And there was a crablin. There we go. Well, since it's right here, I'm going to grab this fountain before we head down this direction. Yeah, they actually made me use a few healing potions. You notice, of course, that... Oh, and this is the commander of the Tritons. I'm going to actually take him seriously. Nope, nope. Goodness gracious. I guess I better take him seriously. He's about to kill me. Dang, bruh. Wow, he got me. Of course, he's level 45, so... That's our first death in a long time. Well, thankfully, I did come over here and get this first. Let me... Our abilities are on cooldown. I am going to hop back to the Mud Shoals and sell some of our junk, since we are pretty close to being full up. That'll pass the time while we wait for a couple of those things to come off of cooldown.
Buy another one, why don't you?
Don't you kiss my butt with that attitude, why don't you? Most of this we can just sell. I am glancing at it to see whether or not any of it is any good, but for the most part, it's all going to just be junk. I picked it up because it's green and therefore generally worth money, and there's a small chance that it could be some kind of upgrade or decent equipment, but again, for the most part, we're not going to find that stuff in Atlantis unless we get an epic drop. Okay. Put these over here for sure. Hilariously, right before he killed me, I was about to make a remark vis-a-vis how I hadn't been drinking nearly as many like healing potions lately, and I had started to build up kind of an excess because I had 80-some healing potions. And normally, you know, I only carry 75, so it was like, huh, wow, I'm really racking these up. But, yeah, no, apparently. I spoke way too soon because I didn't even get to finish my sentence before that guy did me in. That's okay. Probably my fault for being careless. He is powerful, though. Like I said, level 45. So I think that he might scale to your level. He may always be level 45, I don't know, but I think he might scale somehow. And so he's kind of a kick in the pants after you come through here and you're just tearing through most of the entire expansion pack, honestly. And then suddenly, this guy. Man, say this lightning bolt things that he puts down are part of the problem. Because they keep hitting you as you run away. So it becomes difficult to, like, dodge. Man alive. There we go. We've got him caught on geometry now. Come on. Almost got him. There we go. I got him first. Phew. Hate that fight. Okay. And basically nothing. So. Alright. Can only be broken by neutralizing the leaders. You don't have to pick anything up from them. You just have to kill them. So that's one. Oh, wow. I'm proud of myself because I completely forgot to turn our trance back on. So that means that I kicked his butt like that while not wearing our buff. So that could be a lot worse. This is neat. The giant shell setup. Makes you wonder, like, how do they drag them this far inland? But it still isn't just a neat design. Boom. So yeah, now we're kind of back to just tearing through these guys. Because they're like level 39. These are level 40. 42. They're scaling a little bit, and here at the very end, I think, like I said, we're going to level up at least one more time. I don't know if it'll be the stream. We will level up at least one more time before the end of the game, for sure. It's almost a shame, but of course I'm not going to play like a whole other difficulty level of this. I'll play another expansion pack if they release one, but I'm not going to go back and play Epic. Another ghost.
Do my eyes deceive me? A living soul in Atlantis. Could this be my blessed day? Hark, traveler. I once was a powerful and respected individual, upholding great influence over this city. But due to unfair and unfortunate unfoldings, I fell into my current state, where I am hitherto unable to execute the simplest tangible task of expelling a couple of belligerent varmints. Be so kind. Make my domain placid and eradicate these mischievous fiends from my estate.
And now we're an exterminator. Well, okay, I guess we can check it out for him, right? No harm done. We gotta pass through here anyway. Let's see. Ah, an army of Tritons. Well, there's your problem right there. Okay, there we go. And I don't remember for sure whether they give you a quest marker for those either, actually. I'm not 100% certain. We'll find out here very quickly. King Triton Officer. Notice that he's not nearly as tough as the other guy. Boom. See, like I said, an army of Tritones. That is your problem. So there we go. We found and vanquished one of them. Now, just have to find the other one. This green on white is my aesthetic. All this beautiful green stone on the, like, what was probably once, you know, white marble or something. Whew. That cloud spell they use, though. Cash, cash, cash. Small chest. The other one's going to be over this way just a bit. Noom. No, 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 down the stairs. There we go. See the way that they just pop apart? Like a perfectly sectioned lobster on a dinner plate is wild. It does make them seem fake instead of an actual living giant crustacean. Ooh, Medallion of Smiting. That sounds fun. Whoop. Man, Distort Reality is so good. Get out of here, ads. Over this way. More crablins. There's a big old boy. Look at that. A freshwater crablin. For some reason, they're bigger. You would think the saltwater ones would be larger, wouldn't you? Or I would, anyway. And here we go. Moalin King Triton High Judicator. we need to go. Yeah, take out the support first. I had an easy time with that other one, and so I'm being careless, and I shouldn't be. Come on. Almost got her. There we go. Excellent. Now we can go back. We will let him know the good news right away. Since he's just over here, of course. I'm sure that he'll be pleased.
My mind is stayed. Free at last from those feral fiends. Oh, millennia of proprietary injustice have been resolved. Vigorous adversary, 1,000 thanks to thee.
Could he be any more melodramatic? That's alright, it just makes him memorable. He's a fun guy. Alright, now back over this way. And along over here. Take care of these Tritones first. I think that's it. I don't think that there's anything else in this area. Oh, I believe that's all. Okay, we're done here then. Grab this fountain. Onward. Because of course we still have the Potamoy and Serpentoid bosses to take care of. There's another one of those big Atlantean like orb engines. Boom. It's so funny when they fall apart. I can't help it. Every time it's just like, really? It's like they explode into fillets and claw meat. Now if they just exploded into butter and lemon juice. Well, we're back in a desaturated zone. We come up out of it pretty quickly, but... There we go. Back up in the sunlight, see? Oh, almost forgot about this. We have to click on this because it's trapped and there's nothing in it. Hate those. They go down way faster than their bosses. Okay, let me tense up here. Still hate that sound effect. It's too powerful. Does this dead end? I can't recall. I know we need to go the other way because there's like a cave, but... Actually, I think this is the way we're supposed to go. Which means we need to head the other direction first. There we go. You can see the cave where we're going to go down. Derelict bathhouse. Finally, we can get clean. All of our adventures have led up to this. It's the only thing we wanted. No, of course, you know, big surprise. Another one of the bad guy leaders is in here. I think. Ha, not trapped. Cash, cash, potions. Okay, not trapped, but not... There's nothing in there. That's fine. could almost have sworn that that's what it was, but... Boom. Whoop! Wow, game, why are you acting up like this today? I apologize for the jerkiness and the lag. It does that once in a while, but it's been getting bad lately, and I'm not 100% certain why. Feels like it's been getting worse. Makes me worry it's something with my rig, but we'll see. Figure if it can run newer games on the, you know, with the settings turned all the way up, it shouldn't chug on an older game like this, but you never know for certain what parts of your computer a game might be using or abusing. On that note. Let's get around here and take this thing out, because those water bullets that it shoots do give you a slow movement effect, which we hate. At least those hydrodons don't breathe fire. They're still unpleasant, but like that's all they are. They're not really dangerous. Excellent. Nice. One more room. Come on, hydrodons. There we go. Artisan's Anvil is a very different quest. Almost forgot about that one. I'm glad we came down here, though, because this is an optional area. You totally can miss that. Back out into the sunlight. Ooh. Dang, those lag spikes. I think I was playing an online game. Sorry, little crab guys. You're hostile. I gotta. That doesn't feel fair to anybody. I think they're called crablins because, like, they're crab goblins. That's my assumption. The game doesn't ever say that, obviously, but... Either way, they're easy to kill. That's what matters to our heroine here. Ah, I'm so sick of you guys. You were a novelty, but, like, now you're a pain in my butt. These beautiful, lush jungle environments. This is something that this expansion just does so well. Everything about Atlantis is pretty. Go. Nothing back there. This way. Sacred Salamander versus the unholy kind that we were fighting earlier. Boom. Doesn't matter. They can be blessed, sacred, whatever. They can't stand up to us. After all, we are the God's Bane. If we have killed multiple actual gods and defeated even more who we allowed to live generously, I think, then how is something that's merely sacred even ever going to stand a chance or have a hope? Oh. Almost forgot you little guys. I'm sorry. That would be rude. The ones inside weren't really spitting a lot of poison, and for some reason, as soon as we get back outside, they do again. And it's like, is that your inside voice? Or something? Is that... Okay. We'll go this way first. Because you can see here stuff that we want to grab for sure. I'm not actually certain what the Potamoy are supposed to be, because when you kill them they dissolve into like water, so I'm not sure if they're supposed to be some sort of Undyne or like water elemental. See, look, when you kill them, they're just, you know, they're gone in a splash. Oh. Secret Salamander. Because I didn't see him. Wait a minute. Oh, it's bioluminescent flower. I thought that was an experience shrine for a moment. I got really excited. Boom. They do drop venom sacs, thankfully. Something that we could use a few more of because they haven't been dropping for a while. So it's nice that they kind of bring that stuff back when they haven't allowed you to really farm for a specific beast charm or relic. Eventually they will add some new monster that drops like an old beast charm. Man, these guys are fast. They're just running around everywhere. Let me do this because it's been a while. Come on, guys. We could all just party. We could all be friends. No, huh? Okay. Oh well. Let the record show we gave them the chance. It didn't have to be like this. Could have been pals. Killing all of this seafood is making me hungry. Another one bites the dust. Boom. How many more salamanders? I feel bad because salamanders are important to the ecosystem. But to be fair, they have attacked us first. Man. There we go. Copper coil. What are we building, you may wonder? We have a copper coil, spare parts, an artisan's anvil, that black steel ingot.
Stranger, I have seen you helping our cause. Other spirits speak highly of your deeds. But what is it you seek here? Do you wish to learn about the ancient crafts of Atlantis? If so, I could teach you, yes. But alas, I cannot touch anything. So you would have to bring the appropriate tools with you. Which ones? Well, let's see. An artisan blacksmith's anvil, of course, so you can work.
That's
A
one.
set of mechanical parts of appropriate quality.
That's
and then
two.
a copper coil, and a rod of ferrophilium. That means a piece of iron that pulls other iron objects towards it. Those should be common around the district. Or at least they used to be.
Yes. And we get an arcane formula. So yes, we need an anvil, a copper coil, a rod of ferrophilium, or a magnet, and some spare parts. So we have most of those. There's the artisan's anvil, of course. There's the copper coil. There's the spare parts. So all we need is the magnet. Once we have that, we can come back and she will give us something nifty. First, we're going to have to fight a few more salamanders. Now, over this way. Debris pile. You notice how, like, whenever they send us to find specific treasures and things that are in a container or something, it's never a debris pile. It's never a stack of rocks or a refuse pile. It's always a bone pile. I guess implying that, like, someone was carrying this and they just kind of dropped it where they died, maybe? Either that or, like, a monster ate them and also ate the other thing and then just, you know, spit them both back up in the same place. I guess that's a possibility. Okay, we will head this way. This dead ends, but that's a pretty view down there. I really like this idea the Atlanteans had of putting everything on platforms. I mean, on the one hand, I guess you could fall off, but on the other hand, it certainly is beautiful. Alright, so now we're in the High District, which is where we are going to find some of these other quest objectives. And by quest objectives, I mean mini-bosses. See, there's a bone pile up there. That's what we're looking for, among other things. Another health potion, nice. There's a bunch more to explore, but I'm trying to make sure that we get some of these objectives done so we don't have to come back and, like, retrace too much of our steps. Since it is right there, though, we're going to have plenty to explore regardless, I think, and we're going to have no choice but to come back to some of this. So, I'm going to head for the portal to make certain that we get it. It's over there on that other side. Okay, well, I will do this side first then. I just detest how the game is, like, skipping and lagging. That's not cool. Boom. That's hilarious. They just pop apart like Legos every time. It's so, like, inappropriate and doesn't make any sense, but it's funny. Every time I catch one of those out of the corner of my eye, I think it's an experience shrine or a shrine of some kind. Ooh. Another blue drop. We love that. Okay, let's see. This time it was the Gloves of the Crimson Guard. 108 armor, plus 9% armor protection, 41 fire resistance, 40 lightning resistance, 25% chance of fire retaliation, scaling bonuses to health regen, and plus 42 defensive ability, and it grants you heat shield. Excellent. Very nice. And all of this kind of loops back around, which is why it's not a big deal that, you know, I'm going to do this part first. If you couldn't guess, because of all the serpentoids. See? You know what's coming, right? We're going to find another one of the leaders. This is the one that I thought when I went into the derelict bathhouse a minute ago. Oh, there he is, in fact. He has that weird, like, teleporting thing that he does. Being able to stun him is very important. He is not nearly as tough as the Tritones guy. As you can see, like, he's already going down. But it's just, he fights kind of like we do, where he just shoots all over the place, and then even faster than us, and attacks from a distance. And it's like, come on. Ooh. And look here, see, this is already... We got this side quest before we actually even met that character. So, no problem. We'll meet her in just a moment. Don't worry about it. Our character has touched the eye of the gray ones, right? She can probably see the future at this point. Why not? She's got all kinds of other powers, and she does have dream, so you know, it's not unreasonable, I don't think. So many stairs. There's our portal. There's a mystic. It's kind of like being back in the underworld. Look here. We'll go up here and grab this just so y'all can see, because it's almost time to end the stream anyway. So we can get that quest. Right there. That's the other high priest. These snake folks have a lot of high priests. Up here. Ah, this time it was a shrine and not a flower. Ah, I feel so validated. Get out of here. We're almost there. Goodness gracious. So many snake people. And now it's snakes riding other snakes. Snakes on snakes. What next? Boom. Okay. Calm down, y'all. Give me that potion. Give it to me. And you can see that Atlantis used to be really beautiful. I mean, it still is, even in ruins, which says something. But you can see how it must have been gorgeous back when it was new. the vision that the artists here had for it is one of my favorites. There we go. And here we are. Now you can see the magical seal, right? So this is where we have to go. We will get there. Let's head back first, though. We're going to take care of that other serpentoid high priest. And then along the way, see, there's our other bone pile. We've gotten a bit scattered, because there's stuff all over the place that we need to do. So I'm going to take this leader out first. Yeah. He is nothing compared to that other guy. There we go. We'll grab his... Oh, come on. Well, maybe we can't. You know, it's kind of... There we go. That'll help. Okay, let's do this. And... that'll work. I think. Here, I'll put this over here, and then we should be able to... There we go. Grab that guy's Doomfang rod. Just as the sun rises. Oop, back this way. Okay, so now... There we go. We've taken out 2 of them. We just have to take out Canthus the Potamoi. Or Potamoy. Leader. Before we get there, though... Go back down here. We have 1 more of those bone piles to grab. We're going to run back down this way and snap it up so that we can turn that quest in. And that might just level us up, folks. Maybe. I hope. Can we? Oh, okay. Excuse you, pathfinding. Go around this way. Such a winding path. I've said before, and I do maintain that, like, this is the part of the game that I remember the least, because it is the very end of it. And so sometimes I forget, like, oh, this place dead ends. I should go there first, because the other way is going to be where all the stuff is. There we go.
No more room.
Okay, Right. We need to go to this one. We'll sell some of these spears and junk that we've been picking up. And then we'll go and learn our ancient craft.
Leaving me high and dry.
Some of this is really cool looking armor. It's not all necessarily very good armor. Oh, that's not bad, but... Like, it isn't all great quality. There we go. And... I think that does it. Yeah, okay.
Get underway.
Excuse you. You don't get to speak to us like that, I told you. Alright, let's grab this. And there's a cave right here too, of course. We'll clean it out. Toot sweet. Then we'll turn that quest in. and I will find whichever one of the artifacts it was that we missed in order to turn that in as well, so that when we come back in the next episode, we won't have any side quests hanging over our head. Except for that one with the meat of poetry. Still haven't decided exactly what to do with that. And if y'all have a recommendation, if there's an epic item that you would like to upgrade, then by all means, let me know. Could be the Darkseer armor. Could be our Gauntlets of Implacable Will, you know. Whoop. Oh. Why did I do that? I'm hitting all kinds of buttons I don't need to be hitting. There we go. Goodness gracious, I made that so much harder than it needed to be. My fingers are spread too thin, and I was clicking all over the place, trying to turn things on and off, and instead of summoning anything useful. Psh. Okay, so that breaks the seal on the door, which is the last thing that we needed to do. So that means when we come back, we will be able to head on into the Temple of Poseidon. There is no more magical barrier blocking our way. We're free to go. So we will take care of that in the next episode. And as we come up on the end here, as I turn this quest in, I want to thank you for being here. As always, I'm so glad that you joined me. Whether this is the first time that you have been with me for a stream, or whether you've been here the whole time, I appreciate it. And I hope that you'll come back. There we go. Follow me here on Twitch if you're not already following me, and be sure to jump over to the YouTube channel to catch previous streams from the series as well, and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Pillow Fort, so you can message me and keep up with what's going on the channel too.
I see you did gather everything we need. Finally. Thank you. The coil has a bit of a patina, it seems, but should be okay. Now, let me show you a few tricks, then you should be able to follow these plans. And then is everything you need to know.
Boom. Hey, and there's that level, see it, and I promise you. Awesome. So we will go ahead, let's drop that into intelligence and dexterity. These points, what will they go in? Well, so much good stuff. Let's drop one into Battle Standard, because that has been doing us wonders. Let's put one in Distort Reality, because we haven't done that in a long time. It's definitely been a while. We'll put it into the base stat, I guess. And then one more point. Our dream image is still doing pretty good, but it could last a little bit longer. Maybe that, or maybe our nightmare. You know what? He's been working really hard. He deserves a reward. Let's put it on our nightmare. There we go. Excellent. Oh. Okay. Excellent. All right. Well, so when we come back, we have a couple more little side quests to tidy up. But other than that, we're ready to progress on into the heart of Atlantis. So, folks, I hope that you are ready for the conclusion, because that's it. That's going to be it. Next Thursday. Whoop. Oh, my goodness. If I don't get hung on geometry and stuck there where I can't escape. Next Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is New York and Miami time here in the U.S. As always, that will be our next Titan Quest stream, but it will also be the last Titan Quest stream. So I hope you have enjoyed this game. I certainly have. I hope that you'll join me for the conclusion. I'll look forward to seeing you there, and I'll look forward to putting this game to bed and seeing what your suggestions are for the next series. So let me know what you want to see, and I'll catch you for the next episode. Until then, as always, thanks for playing.